Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome. You're here at PFS. Well, I would say headquarters, but you're not. You're at my house. This is Nicole Petersen. Hey guys, let me know if you can hear or see me. I have our February release for you. So let me know how everything's going. I see we have several people on, but I'm getting a message. So if it's Jen or Sarah trying to mess. Oh, hi, Dawn. Dawn, can you see my hands moving? Woohoo! Hey guys, this is a good month. I am super excited. I know I say that every month. I'm sorry, I say that every month. But we have some products being released this month that I could say I've been working on for a while. And several of them were inspired because I wanted them. Plain and simple, you know what I mean? All right. Well, Dawn says she can hear and see me, so can see and hear you clearly. Hi, guys. Hello, Disorganized Crafter. That's a fun name. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing, my sweethearts? Hello, Michelle. So, guys, if your name is not showing up on the feed, it's because you need to give StreamYard permission to show your name so I can see your name. So, tell me how everybody's doing yet this so far right now, this month so far in February. I can't believe it's the 15th, which means we have half a month. We have less than half a month left in February already. I mean, talk about blink and the time flies by. So, my name is Nicole Petersen, and I'm the owner of Picket Studios, which is a stamp, die, embellishment, stencil, mixed media product company. We are based in Southeast Louisiana in a city called Houma, Houma. And we are here to show you our February 2023 release. So let me see and hear who's here. I know Matt is about to send out the text message. I'm just going to wait one more second. All right. So while we're waiting for a few more people to come on, let me know. I have a quick question. Tell me if you're a cat lover or a dog lover while we're waiting. Hello, Dawn. I don't know if Matt's watching, Dawn. He's not in here. So Dawn is my friend who lives in Houma with me, and we went to a retreat together in January, only like 4 weeks ago. We had so much fun. We had so much fun. So next year I am definitely going when the lady who does this crop comes on. Oh, Michelle, do you have golden retrievers? So anyway, next year when this event comes up and she puts it up, I'm going to post it in the community group to tell you guys that we're going to be there. So you guys that live in the South or even in the US can come to the best crop ever. Not that I teach there or anything, but just to come enjoy that with us. So I love cats. I know I'm talking about cats and dogs. So the question was if you're a cat person or a dog person. So I know Dawn's still trying to catch up. We had so much fun. It's in January, guys. It's in January in Alabama. It's actually the Alabama-Florida line. Gosh, it was so much fun. I mean, seriously, just such good fun. Currently a rescue, and her name is Darla. Aww. Okay, so tell me if you're more of a dog or a cat. Because, technically I like all animals, but we've had cats before, and I don't ever want to live with a cat again. So I'm definitely a dog. If I had to pick one, I'm totally a dog lover. 1000% all the way dog. Particularly poodles. I don't know what it is about a poodle. I love dogs, but a Bengal cat. Ooh, you're in Alabama? You're good, disorganized crafter. If we're not friends, friend me so we can become friends. So a Bengal cat. Are those the cats that are really big? If you have to pick one, doggies. I know. So mine, we just finished. I'm about to start. But hold on, those of you that are just popping in. This is Nicole about to do the live, but we just have a few minutes. And we are just talking about if you like cats or dogs while everybody pops in. So I love poodles. I don't, my aunts had poodles when I was a little girl. And I guess that's why. I mean, I love all dogs. It doesn't really matter what dog it is. But right now, we have 3 poodles. We have 2 standard poodles and the other one's a miniature poodle. She has diabetes, though, and she's old. So she doesn't get around much. But, all right, so we're going to go ahead and start. I've talked enough about dogs. I'm sure somebody's rolling their eyes at me saying, oh, Nicole and her dogs, right? I know, but I love dogs. Messed up on medication. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, again, one more time, guys. Welcome. This is Nicole Petersen. I'm the owner of Picket Studios, which is a stamp, die, stencil, embellishment, sequence, clay, mixed media product, blending brushes. We're the original company that came out with blending brushes. Company in South Louisiana. So we're going to go ahead and get started with as soon as I no Jen. Okay, we're going to get started. Jen, I just made a big mistake. I blocked Disorganized Crafter by accident. Can you please go back and let her back on? Please. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. Now that we've got more people on. So, but Jen, if you could go unblock Disorganized Crafter. I can't believe I did that. I'm actually not surprised. So here are some of the cards this month that we're going to talk about their products. We have Easter. We have a little bit of presents. We have a new fancy lace die. We have a whole bunch of different things. We have animal critters. We have this gorgeous large flower. Lots of dies. And we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So my name's Nicole Petersen. I'm the owner. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with stamps. Okay. Now, before we get started, I am going to say that we have, I think, 4 coordinating dies that have not made it across the ocean from China yet. So we went ahead and we had to release some of our stamps that normally would have coordinating dies without the coordinating dies. So if you see something that you like that should have a coordinating die, like here's Peter Bunny and Friends, this normally, because it's a critter, would have a coordinating die. However, this month it's just not available. It will be available by the end of February, first, second week of March. But, the show has to go on, right? So here we have Peter Bunny and Friends. Now, all of you who love our Peach and Piper, which are an older set, you have had many people requesting more of the Peach and Piper. So I went ahead and I started making them again. Now, guys, before you go and order, let me tell you something. We have buy it all bundles. These are new, okay? And there's usually about 5 to 7 buy it all bundles that we're doing every month. Now, the buy it all bundles are 10% off. So by purchasing, you'll see those products together, you automatically get 10% off. If you purchase the entire release, you get 15% off, free shipping, and a free gift of our choice. Now, I know not everybody wants to buy a whole release, but I did want you to know that those buy it all buttons, you might want to look at them before you check out all the way, just to make sure that you can take advantage of all the specials that we offer. Okay, so here we go with Peter Bunny and Friends. So here's Peter Bunny, and he is in a teacup. Now, it does say, notice it doesn't actually say the word Easter on here. I kind of lent it more to a spring, but it's a bunny. So Peter Bunny can be for whatever you want. It doesn't have to be spring. It doesn't have to be Easter. But I did release it during the time that we're normally thinking of Easter, right? And like I said, his coordinating die will definitely be coming out, but it's going to be at least another month. And I apologize for that. The world is what it is right now, right? So this is Peter Bunny and Friends. Then we have another Easter-ish spring. This is called Let's Be Quackers, okay? And this is one of our seamless designs, which means it comes in a 4x4 size, and you can stamp it as large as you want because it matches up on all 4 sides, okay? Now, what's super cool about Let's Be Quackers is one of my design team members stamped this in black. It was so cute. I never would have thought black ducks would be something that, I would like gasp at when I saw the card. But Thierry did a card with this, and black bunnies is so cute. But we also, if you like bunnies, I meant ducks. If you like ducks, last year we released a sequence mix that has little duck sequence in it. So if you like ducks, you can go look for that one also. So this is called Let's Be Quackers, 4x4 seamless. And then we have a second seamless, okay? Second one. I love seamless stamps. This one is called Easter Egg Time. So this one is meant to, to be for an Easter release. Now, if you look at it, this is very, very easy to color. This would actually be something that would be super fun to do with kids. You could, if you want, this is seamless, so it stamps on all 4 sides to make it as large as you want. We have tons of videos on our YouTube channel, guys, of how to use our seamless stamps. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go on our YouTube channel when I'm finished with this live, and you will see exactly what I mean by seamless stamps. Because what it does, you line them up, and this side matches this side. So you stamp this, and then either move your paper or your stamp, and it lines up and makes it to a nice big stamp. But this is super easy coloring. I plan on getting my grandkids over to make some Easter cards and just giving them some markers or crayons, maybe even watercolors, and just let them go at it because they're super fun. And what great fun for Easter colors, right? So this is called Easter Egg Time. All right. Then we have, I know everyone has been waiting, we have our first Animal Crackers release. That's not Christmas. So if you remember, we started our Animal Crackers release collection when at Christmas time last year, and we had, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 stamps that came out with these characters dressed up as Christmas. And I didn't know how far we were going to take it. We have had so many requests, though, for people asking for animal cracker critters that were not for Christmas. So here's your very first one. Now, unfortunately, the dies for it are not in. It is what it is. They will be in, like I said, soon. But, so this is called Animal Crackers You Deserve to Be Spoiled, okay? Now, this is not just about animals. So let me read you the sentiments. Thanks for being around when I needed you. Without you, my world would feel empty. Here's a special treat from me to you. So they do have what you would call like little treat jars but you don't have to use the treat jars. You make the world a better place. You make me happy. Thank you for taking such good care of my fur baby. See this one right here? I'm going to be honest. You know me. I put this on here for myself because whenever we travel, Daisy, my poodle who's diabetic, no longer comes with us. And I worry about her the whole time she's at the groomer, which she loves her groomer. It's silly to worry. But I wanted this so I could make my groomer a thank you card for when I picked Daisy up. So I wanted to make sure it said thank you for, something that said for taking good care of my fur baby. And then we have you deserve to be spoiled. So here, and you have little bones and a little heart and a little fish, stars, a heart combination, and carrots. This is not meant to be a Easter set, even though it has a bunny and carrots in it. It's just meant to be a cute critter set, basically for whatever your needs are. So this is Animal Crackers. You deserve to be spoiled. Okay, then we have another Animal Crackers one. Are you ready for this? Because you've been asking for it. So we have 2 Animal Crackers in the same month. These are called Caring Friends. And if you notice, they are quite larger than these smaller animal critters. These animal crackers here are meant for, like smaller size. However, I like a decent size stamp set. So I did make these animal critters larger, and they're called Caring Friends. And what I love about them is, so we have a kitty in a cup, a bear in a chair, a dog in a bucket, a little piggy with a drumstick and a pillow, a duck in a pot. This could be a tiger or a cat in a chair. Here we have a fox who is sitting on a pillow. We have a little bunny in a chair. And then here we have an elephant with a pillow, and he's holding his teddy bear. So this could totally be, that's what you have a stamp for. If you can't put something together. That's right. Exactly. That's exactly right. I own a stamp company. There's not many stamp company owners that actually still craft. Believe it or not, one of my friends told me that the other day, that I'm one of the unusual ones. And I'm like, of course I am. But that's where my inspiration comes from. And you're going to see in a moment when I show you our new die system thing that I came out with. That's why, because I still craft. Okay, so this is all about not necessarily being an animal. So it says, I miss you so much. And it has this huge sentiment that stamps beautifully. Sarah used this one. Yes, Sarah used this sentiment on her card. And when I got the card in, I was like, oh, yes, that is beautiful. So we have a new baby. So you could be sending this out for a baby, a new fur baby. Welcome to the family. We've been thinking of you. So it could be about a fur, could be about a new baby. Welcome to the family. It could be about you miss them or a speedy recovery, or you're just thinking about them. So basically, cute critters with sentiments that could go for just about any type of card that we more or less make. These dies are not in stock. I apologize. However, they're ordered, and they're hopefully we'll be sending them soon. But again, check back with us. If you do decide to buy the whole release, you're going to notice it says buy the entire release without coordinating dies, because we didn't want anybody waiting on coordinating dies to get their whole sets. So you can always purchase this one and then either use some other way to cut them out, or fussy cut them, or come back and get the dies later. So 2 sets of animal critters. They are different sizes for a reason, because, we need both sizes of animals, not just teeny tiny ones. Okay. Oh, here's Sarah's card. So here's Sarah's card that she made with the elephant of the Caring Friends. Look how beautiful. Do you see how nice that stamps? I'm going to be making more stamps with this font. It really, really, it just makes such a beautiful card. And then it looks to me like Sarah watercolored. Ooh, Sarah. She always complains that she's not a good watercolorist. Beautiful job. So you can see she used the elephant with the pillows. All right, now the next one. Okay, guys, if you remember, back in September, I think it was, of last year, we had a stamp set that was called Witch Crafts. And it was the front of like a Witch Crafts Halloween-ish storefront. Well, now we have a different one. And this is called the Flower Shop. This right here, yes, whoever said my favorites. So right here, I can tell you every person in the design team colored this stamp. Except Sarah, apparently, but she's our design team leader, so she probably knew who everyone was coloring this. This is just so fun. So this is a flower shop. How appropriate. This could be great for Mother's Day. This could be Grandparents' Day. This could be your friend's birthday. This could be anything. Yes, I absolutely. Is this not beautiful? So it's having a glare. Let me open it for you. Ah! Turn that over. Okay. So is that better? Yes. So if you notice, it's the front of a shop, okay? And it has all these little roses at the top. It has tulips. It has a barrel. Do you see this little spot right here? I purposely left this one open. Guess why? Because a little animal critter would be so cute right there. You see that little animal critter? It doesn't have to be this one, but any little critter would look cute just sitting right there. So I left it open. Isn't that fun? And it has a barrel and it has an open sign. And the sentiments say, hope begins when you prepare for tomorrow. These are for you. Be sure to stop and smell the flowers. Flowers and family both bring color into our lives. And I saw that an influencer, Amy R., she colored this up. And then on the inside of the card, she stamped the whole, so she colored the front on the outside, right? And then she opened her card, and on the inside, she inked this whole thing in like a really pale blue. And then really pale blue, and then on the side of it she stamped this like down here on the side where these words weren't, that said be sure to stop by and smell the flowers. Gorgeous. I just thought it was such a fun, sweet card, and I really enjoyed it. This does not have a die. I will not be coming out with the die for this because it would be a very expensive die, and honestly, it's not really that hard to fussy cut if you wanted to fussy cut it. But this is really a stamp. This fills up the whole front of an A2 card. So, you know, you would stamp it and color it, or you could stamp it and do some ink blending, or you could stamp it, leave it black and white, stamp it in whatever color you like. It's meant for like a coloring, not necessarily it's meant for whatever you like, I should say. But I did not come out with the die for this because, like I said, it would have been very expensive, and it only would, it would have covered, it just wouldn't have been a good value for my customers. And I prefer you guys to get a good value than worry about buying a die when it could just be fussy cut or stamped. So again, this is called the Flower Shop. It is gorgeous. Okay. And put that one to the side. Now, don't ask me why I think I have to hide these things from you guys. But next, we have, let me tell you a little story. So, okay, we have hydrangea. So this is called mop head hydrangea. This is something PFS is known for. We always do big stamps and big flowers. I love hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are, other than sunflowers and tulips, dandelions, my absolute favorite flower. I love hydrangeas. And one of the reasons I like them so much is because you can just take a nail. So in South Louisiana, I don't know if this works everywhere, but in South Louisiana, if you have a row of hydrangeas, you can take a rusty nail and stick it in the ground next to your hydrangea plants, and it makes them turn to a different color. So basically, a rusty nail stuck in the dirt with the hydrangea changes the pH level in the hydrangea, and it turns to a different shade. So I don't know if that works everywhere in the world. I just know that that's a trick that my grandmother used to do when I was a little girl. We would like literally find rusty nails. Such a great thing to do with the grandkids, right? Let's go find some rusty nails. Anyway, and we would stick them in the dirt, and it would change the color of the hydrangeas. And I just love the fact that hydrangeas can be green, pink, blue, purple. I love any kind of flower that naturally has many different shades, like tulips. They can be pink, or they can be yellow, or they can be veined. That's why I love roses too. So this is one huge 6x6 stamp, guys. So if you can see, it's a 6x6. Now, you might say, Nicole, I don't make 6x6 cards. I make A2 cards, or I make 5x7 cards. So this is not big enough for a 5x7. Or I only make slimline cards. That's way too big. And guys, my answer is, you don't have to use the whole image, okay? You can stamp it. Like, let me show you what Sarah did. So here's Sarah's card. It's an A2. Now, what she did on the outside that you see right here, this is a smaller, it's probably trimmed. It's an A2 card, so it's probably trimmed down to, I would say, 4 1/4 by, 4 by 5 1/4 is probably what she trimmed the purple down to. So she trimmed like 1/8 of an inch off all the sides. I could be wrong. Anyway, and she stamped the whole entire mop head just plain, right? Just right on top of purple cardstock. Then on the inside, Sarah told me, I think she said she spent 4 hours. I think that's what she said. Coloring just the inside with pencil colors. Okay? Now, guys, we don't all have to take 4 hours to pencil color something. But we could watercolor it or Copic color it a lot. But that's Sarah's thing. She loves to use her pencil colors. So you can see that she cheated in a way, if you will, where she used the whole stamp on the outside and then used just part of it on the inside. And I don't know about you, but I think she should have written "Happy Birthday, Nicole" on the inside of this card, so I could have kept it. And then she turned it into a shaker. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's amazing. So this is the mop head hydrangea. Now, go look at our website and look at the rest of the samples that the design team made, because they all did a totally different spin on this. One person did all of this in a teal color. It's teal. It's gorgeous. Someone else did it. I think Jen did hers in like a pink. And then I forgot what everybody else did. But that's what's great about a hydrangea, because you can color it whatever color you like. It doesn't have to always be what happens in nature. But that's one thing I do love. I don't have Sandra's cards. Sandra lives in Germany, so she doesn't send me her cards every month. She'll send them to me once or twice a year for shows. But Sandra does. They all are on the website, I promise you. So don't worry about how big this stamp is. Whatever size stamp card you make, you can make this work. I absolutely promise. Okay, so that's mop head hydrangea. And then the last, but certainly not least, we have more critters. So here we have more of dropping by to say croak. Now, these are scenes, okay? So what I did, we had a previous stamp set that was called, I pulled it so I could show you. You guys might have this one. And it is called, I don't want to lose this. So I'll lay it down right here. So this is called Drop By to Say Croak. And all of these little frogs are individual, okay? But so what I did is, a lot of people like to have scenes that are one solid stamp. Okay, so you see, like this stamp right here, this comes apart. Let me pull them for you. And it just drops a die. These dies will be in soon. They're not in now, but they will be in soon. So let me go ahead and show you. So this is one entire scene. So you see here, it has 2 umbrellas. These are the little kids. Here's the dad, and then there's the mom with her drink, probably sighing in the background, right? So that's one scene. And then here's another one of just, you could say, either a guy and a girl. It looks like this. And look, she even has a little hat on her, a little crown on her head because she's a queen. Then we have, I just want to show you guys because this is one of my favorite ones. So here, if you can see this, the little frogs are together. And then in the center, there are two fish, okay? Now the die for this is going to cut out the three frogs and then the fish will be in the center. But if you wanted to, you could cut those fish out and the die would still cut out three frogs. You could cut the three frogs apart if you wanted to, but the die will have all three of them together. And then it comes with a tiny little fish that's by itself. And then the last little scene that's built for you. See, I like stamps like this, that I don't have to mask stuff, that I just get to stamp and, you know, go ahead and get my work done. So right here, you'll see this either a girl and a boy or however you want to look at it. And they have their little swim trunks. And this is what you would stamp. So you see, it's totally different from the first dropping by to say croak, because these are each individual. And then these are scenes. So, yep, I cut mine up too a lot. So they say, what's up, Toad? Ribbit, happy bee day. It's your day. Good riveting luck, and let's hang out. So they're super, super fun. And I love scenes that don't require masking. Now, I do like to do a card where you have to mask stuff off sometimes, but it's a lot of extra work. So I thought it would be fun because everybody loves these frogs so much. I thought it would be fun to take the frogs and make scenes. So that way it would be a lot easier. Again, these dies will be in eventually. Hopefully, yeah, the world will get better one day with everything. Okay, so that is more dropping by to say croak, but we do also have drop by to say croak in the individuals, and these dies are in stock. This is like 2 years old. All right, so it's previously released. So they have that. Oh, and then also, just to show you, this is another stamp set, and you can see it was released in June of 2021, which was when the first dropping by to say croak was released. This was designed for the dropping by to say croak because here's a lily pad, and then these are rocks, and there's also a die cut of cattails. You know, like the cattails that you find in a lake or around a swamp or something. And this is in stock, and we do have the coordinating dies. So this works with both of these sets, all meant to go together. And then there is the individual die that is a die cut it's called cattails. Jen, maybe you can find that cattails die and drop it into the feed so people understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's it for, I dropped another one. That's it for stamps, but of course we're not done. So let's go ahead and look at, have everything situated. Let's look at the dies next. So we have some very fun, interesting dies. Now, last January, we released, so these are our standalone dies. We released Big Beautiful Butterfly, and we released Big Beautiful Bumblebee. So now I'm releasing Big Beautiful Dragonfly die. And here's a card that Sarah made so you can see what it looks like. So as you see, you'll see the gold is the actual die of the dragonfly, and it comes with a shadow. So let me go ahead and take this out. Oh, here. So these are the two, Jim, this is one of those dies, inserts I was talking about where I had to take time to do it. This is an example. So right here, you'll see that in the past, last January, we released Big Beautiful Bumblebee and then Big Beautiful Butterfly. I forgot I had done that on this insert. So you see this is along with that. So right here, let me take it out for you. It does come, all three of them come with a shadow. So not only do you get the actual die that cuts out the Big Beautiful Dragonfly, you also get a shadow. Now, I love shadows because this means I can make it into a shaker card. So I haven't done so yet. You can actually turn this into just a card front with this shadow to make a dragonfly shaped card. I love shadows. So with this one, the price, you get both of them. And then also, believe it or not, when I was pricing this out the other day, I noticed that for some reason, this big, beautiful dragonfly die is $4 cheaper than the other two. Don't ask me why. Who knows why? I always wonder about prices, right? So again, and I went ahead and I made a bundle that includes the big, beautiful butterfly and the bee and the dragonfly. So if you buy all three of them, you get 10% off. So big, beautiful big, beautiful dragonfly die. And here's Sarah's card. Okay, so let me put this to the side. Now, we have another building set this month, which I'm super excited about because I have never owned a die set that I could make a window box out of. Now, the critters, that the animal crackers you deserve to be spoiled, fit perfectly with this window box. It doesn't have to be this one though, because honestly, you could even use something the same size as Caring Friends, because if you notice, they perfectly would fit looking through the window also. So this is the window part. And if you notice, I purposely left it open at the bottom because you're going to cover the bottom with the little pieces they have in the window box. And it makes it, it's like $5 cheaper not to close this window. So I went ahead and left it open. So that way you guys can just bud up your window box underneath it, save money, and then you don't have to overlap it, right? Then so it has the little window box and it has the parts that go underneath it to make it look like ledges. Then these two curtains fit perfectly, okay? You could put them over the windows if you like. This long die, I think it's that one. This is for the window box. Either this one, I think it's this one. This one right here is actually meant to be a rod that you can use if you like going across the curtains. Okay. Then you have a flower, 2 flowers in the bases, a second flower. These are the sashes that fit in here. Okay. So this is meant to be, this is just fun. And I'm super excited about it because, I've never owned one of these types of dies before. So the cards are really super cute. So this is called Pretty Flower Box Windows and Dies. Okay. Then we have a lot of dies this month. Then we have, I haven't played with this one yet. This is called Layering Flora Fantasy Floret Dies. Now, florets is not necessarily, these are fantasy flowers, and meaning that they're based loosely upon a flower in nature. However, we all know that fantasy flowers are super fun and they allow us to have different shapes. So this is one of Sarah's cards. No coloring. Can you believe it? This is nothing but coordinating cardstock, okay, and dies, stamp. And then she did use, I'm going to show you this later. We have another die that makes this wood grain this month. But this is the fantasy floret where she didn't have to do any shading or anything. All she did was die cut and layered them together. Then she made this card as well. So here, and this card is stunning. I never would have put orange, gold, and baby blue together, but what she did is she just die cut them. Again, no blending, no shading, no coloring, nothing. Just plain dies. And she overlapped orange on top of gold. This card is stunning. I mean, it just, even though this would be great for like a coworker you don't know very well, where it's not very it's flowery, but it's kind of, for an acquaintance, more or less. This is a great guy card. I love this card. I mean, it's a great girl card, of course, but I could totally see giving this to a guy. So as you can see, these dies, these layering flora fantasy floret dies are really very, very versatile. Yes, very mid-century. Okay. So, and we have, I'm going to give you a hint. Be sure to be back next month. You don't want to miss next month, guys. We have some cool things. Then, this is completely selfish on my part, because during Christmas time, I was looking, I wanted a bow to put, like, I think it was on a kitty cat or some bow for some reason. And we don't have a single bow in any of our die sets. So I decided we would have a whole entire set of bows. So these are called a bow for any reason. And Sarah made this card. Check this out. So she die cut all the different bows. Isn't this a great guy card again? I mean, yellow, blue, and green. Again, these are some of my favorite colors. This is a great guy card. And then I'm assuming she just hand cut some rectangles and little squares just out of random paper. And then she overlapped them with bows. I mean, it took some time to do this. But again, no coloring, no shading, no blending, just putting beautiful bows on top of hand cut rectangles and squares. Isn't that gorgeous? And someone else did a pink version of this. Again, you have to look on the website to see the other versions. Someone else took these bows and turned them into butterflies. Yes, wait till you see that card. Gorgeous. So this is called a bow for any reason. All right. Then we have, this is just a selfish month for me. I have been wanting this die. This is called Slimline Tree Branch Die. Now, guys, even though it says Slimline, it just means it's a longer tree die. Okay, you can use this with A2 because look, you just trim it right there and guess what? It turns into A2. So I did not make this an A2 and Slimline because you can very easily just snip it right there and completely use it for an A2. Again, this is just a simple little branch. But imagine, this takes up almost a whole card front, right? Thank you. My selfishness is your gain. I know. I'm telling you, I absolutely love, and you remember, if you do buy the whole release, you get 15% off, free shipping, and a free gift. Anyway, so I'm super excited about this because just imagine all of the critters that you can put sitting on top of this branch, okay? You can even have a fox sitting on this branch. You can even turn it this way, okay, and put like 3 of them across and turn it into a tree. Or I saw some of my design team cut these leaves off right here and made them into, these branches. And instead of coloring it brown like a tree limb would be, they colored them green and had them like poking out from the side of everything. Yes. So, but that's one thing I like to design. I like things that that don't have just one use. I like things that have lots and lots of uses. We will be having some birds coming out very soon. Hint, hint, hints. Yeah, one of our design team turned it to grass. And just imagine, pull out all those birds. We have, what is that bird set that Sarah loves so much? Songbirds. We have stamps and dies that go with that. Anything would be beautiful on top of this. Any little critter. You can even put it laying on the ground if you wanted to, like a limb fell, whatever. It's gorgeous. I'm very excited about this one. Okay. More wood. What can I say? We also have a second release. Let me put this over. A second, what would you call it? An embossing die plate. Okay. So here we have, this is called Slimline Against the Grain Cover Plate Die and A2 Against the Grain Cover Plate Die. So what they do is, let me show you this. So I was playing around day before yesterday and I went ahead. Yes, they're cover plate dies. So this is a Slimline cover plate die. I'm sorry. And it die cuts an 8.5 by 3.5 Slimline card front. And then this is an A2 cover plate die that cuts 4.25 by 5.5. Sorry if I didn't explain that. So here you can see that it is very much, let me see if I can get this light to move. Matt's not in here to help me with the light. There we go. I did it. Do you see how I did some ink blending with Distress ink? I will be back to show you how I do this. I promise. This was super, super easy, guys. This will be one of my techniques I'm going to show you, not this month, but soon. And it actually, if you look at it, it has wood, it has the knots in it, the wood knots, which a lot of times when you see people do things with wood, they don't include the knots. But I don't know about you, but that's one thing about trees that I love so much, is that it's not just, veins in a tree. I love the wood knots. Now, what you can do, you can die cut this, right? Well, I would die cut this first. I would die cut the limb. Then I would take the tree die. I would die cut this. Then I would take this slimline one and run it through on top of the tree limb, and this texture will transfer to the tree limb. Now you will get texture on your leaves, but who cares? Leaves have veins, right? So you just, as long as you color your leaves green, people are going to know that they're green. So I would not die cut this first and then run it through with this. I would die cut this one first, then put the cover plate on top. Why? Because if you run the piece of paper with this twice through your die cut machine, the second time you're running this through, you're actually flattening the texture part. So again, die cut your whatever, even if it's not this limb. If you're going to use this on a different tree to add texture, die cut the tree or the tree branch first, then run it with this on top of it. Make sure you don't allow it to touch the edges, because these edges cut where the edges on the inside just press and give you texture. So you can use this as a texture plate as well as a cover plate. So I plan on using this, and this is Distress ink, and then a whole bunch of water and flicking and stuff. So you can see how cool this is. Several design team members use them also, if you guys want to go and look there. Okay, if I didn't show, here's another card that Sarah did with Peter Bunny, and then here with the Easter egg time to show you guys. It's beautiful. Okay, excuse me. All right, I still have more. This is a big release. Now, the next one I want to show you. So you guys know that we've done full front shaker cards, right? So we have our slimline full front shaker card that comes with 4 words and this plate that cuts out a whole bunch of little pieces in different sizes to use in your shaker card. Here's an example of this. So this is a slimline card. Hello, Roxanne. So this is one slimline card that this is a full front shaker. So I made the shaker. I showed you guys this many times. And then I put it onto a card back. And then on the inside, so it looks like a superhero, right? Superhero card. It's a shaker. So it's very boy. So this is made with the slimline full front shaker. There's a reason I'm showing you this. Then we have the A2 full front shaker. I have a card here that I made this last month. That is this is with the A2, okay? But guess what? Check this out, guys. It's a front and back double. So it's it's a full front and full back shaker card. And I made this with the same A2 die. I just made it once and put it on the front of a card back, and then did it again and put it on the back. This will be at Creativation if you're there, if you want to see it. So how simple is that, right? So we have slimline full front shaker, we have A2 full front shaker, and now we have 5x7 full front shaker. I know it looks huge, right? It looks big. But these pieces right here, if I didn't make them wide enough, when you fold it over, your shaker bits could fall out. I tested this over and over. So here's what it looks like. So as you can see, this is a 5x7 card that I made, and I used the double stitch layering rectangle bases. Okay, this came out, I don't know, December, November, maybe. I do have this with the 5x7 full front shaker in a buy it all bundle, so you get 10% off. Now, so we have this, and if you look, so I'm going to show you the back of it. So here you can see the back. Now this is put on a card back, so you don't see it. But do you see how much this folds over? Do you see all this excess? That's for a reason. That's so, look, nothing falls out, ever. So that's why I made sure there was plenty of overlapping. Some people have questioned why I make them so large. That's why, because I'd rather have a die that works and is a little bit larger than make something that was, you know, as skinny right here. And then when it came to the edges, you would end up with a lot of teeny tiny little bit of coverage, and your edges, guarantee you, would leak your shaker bits. So this is our 5x7 full front shaker. It is designed the exact same way. So if you go and look at how I've shown you A2 and Slimline, it's the same exact thing, except check out the extra dies in this. So guys, when I made the A2, you have 13 words and more shaker bits, plus this extra little rectangle die. For the Slimline, you got larger words, more little doodads, and the rectangle. This time, I decided, look at this. Let's give them some really fun dies. So that's why I filled up the middle. So I'm going to tell you a little secret. You see these right here? You're not going to, this is free. This part, when you purchase this die, you're technically only paying for this outside. Everything I put in the middle of this type of die is considered free by the die company. And we did not charge any extra for these inside pieces. Okay? Just a little manufacturing secret there. So why would I leave this open when they would give you something for free? So I made these gorgeous ferns, or whatever you want to call them, for you to use during the fall. Somebody used them and made a tropical card with the new raw kale and Spanish olive glazes. Gorgeous. Just imagine this for Easter time. What is it? What is the day? Is it Good Friday? I'm sorry. I live in Catholic country in South Louisiana, so there's palm. So you can actually die cut this into like a gold palm and use this for an Easter card if you wanted to. You could use it for anything. This has so many different Palm Sunday. Thank you, Roxanne. So many different uses. However, I do want to tell you that you have to have, to be able to die cut this, you have to have a cutting plate that is at least 7.5 by 8.80. What that means is, the outer edge of this whole die has to be completely on top of your cutting plate. Now, that means almost everyone, the only reason this would not fit is if you only have a 6-inch wide cutting plate. The majority of us have more than one die cutting machine. I say that because not the majority, a lot of us do. And you could feed this in this direction, the shorter direction, instead of the wider one. And this will fit through. So if you have like the Anna Griffin machine, or the large Spellbinders machine, or a larger die cut machine, it's going to fit. But make sure, don't buy it if your die cut machine is smaller. The plates, the actual plates, are smaller than 7.5 by 8.80. Unless you have a best friend who has a bigger machine, then you could take your die to their house and die cut a whole bunch of plastic with it. Yes, the Gemini Pro, which, by the way, we do need to be friends. I want to hear about that Gemini Pro disorganized crafter. This also fits in the regular size Gemini, if you have that one also. Okay, because I've been wondering about that Gemini Pro because I do a lot of classes and die cutting, if that's worth it. Okay, I have a huge mess over here. So this is the 5x7 full front shaker. The inside piece, we have these dies already pre-released recently that puts double stitched and cuts out, watch, look, perfect 5x7 card fronts. Okay, guys? And your ferns, these ferns would fit on an A2 and slimline. It doesn't have to be 5x7. I promise you will have some kind of video, something with this coming out. But it's just like the A2 and the slimline. So if you go find videos for the A2 full front shaker and the slimline full front shaker, it's the exact same process of putting it together. Okay, let me take a little sip of water before we do the next part. Okay, I'm going to show you the stencils real quick. We have 3 6x6 stencils. These 3 are older patterns, okay? However, they're very popular patterns. So we've had people that requested these in the 6x8 size. So here we have, this is called Hexagon Randomness 6x8. So it's a really, really nice size, sturdy stencil. Great with our mixed media products. So this is called, it's a 6x8, and it is called Random Hexagons. Then we have a 6x8 cobblestone. So cobblestone also was previously released in slimline and 6x6. However, we have so many 5x7 customers who just love 6x8 size stencils because it saves them a lot of money instead of having to buy a 12x12 stencil. So these 6x8s are great for 5x7s. And as you can see, here's that 5x7 card, and you can see it fits easily on top of our 6x8 stencils. Then, I know you guys love your plumeria. This was a year ago, maybe. This came out in a 6x6 and a slimline, and everybody just died over it. So when we started coming out with 6x8, we had many, many people asking for these 3 and 6x8. So your wish, I gave you your wish. That we have, these are the 3 stencils this month. They're all 6x8. Okay, now, I'm not going to make you wait any longer for this next, I'm not going to tease you, but we have a brand new product, and it might look like it's not a big deal, okay? It might look like, Nicole, you came out with a stitch circle and then a hollow circle. Why? What's the point? Why do we need a hollow circle and another double stitch circle in my life? This is because one day, about a year and a half ago, I was making shaker cards, and it used to take me, and I'm not joking, at least 20 minutes to figure out the size of foam that I needed to put around my shaker fronts, okay? Then after I filled up my shaker fronts, it would take me at least 30 minutes to put all the foam on the back of a shaker card. I'm not joking. I have carpal tunnel and my hands shake, and it just took me forever to make a shaker card. So I was sitting there going, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to make shaker cards that make it easy, more fun for sure, and faster. So I took out some circle dies, and I said, let me tape 2 circle dies together, and then I could use that to die cut foam. Okay, so I did that. And I took out 2 circle dies, okay? And I taped the 2 circle dies together, okay? Watch. And I thought to myself, I can be smart, and I can use, and I believe in using things, okay? I truly do. I always try to find ways to use things in more than one way. So I took those circle dies and I taped them together, okay? Ran this through the machine, okay? It cut a hollow circle for me, but then I wanted like 6 more of them. Guess what? I was never able to get it to be the exact equal distance again, because no matter how perfect I taped it, it would move, and it was just very, very annoying, and it just annoyed me, and I wasn't able to get that perfect circle. So what I thought of, well, what if I had a hollow circle, a circle that was perfect in diameter, and this would cut a hollow circle for me every single time in the exact same size. Okay, well, what if I also had a window that I could cut? This would be my window for my card. So right here, do I cut this as the window into my card, right? You get it? Into my card. This I die cut out of foam. So I have this. This is foam. Then I peel the foam and place it around. Well, it could go the other way, so it doesn't matter. I put it so this is my shaker. Put this around my circle. And all that fussing and 30, 40, and all that aggravation and all that wasted foam went away, because now I have the perfect circle that I could die cut every single time to make a shaker. Guys, I can now make a shaker, die cut this into paper, die cut this into my foam, and when I tell you I can make my shaker card in less than 5 minutes, I'm not joking. I wouldn't say it's brilliant, because I don't want to call myself brilliant, but the simplicity of it is just so good. So good. So I came out with, this is the 1.5, and when I say 1.5, that's the diameter of the inside. So this shaker right here would make a circle into your card that's 1.5 inches. Then I made another one, and it goes up by 1/2 inch. So here is a 2-inch connected circle shaker die. So again, you get the outside piece and you get the circle. Then I did the 2x5, sorry. I did 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and then 3.5. Now, I can't really explain any more than that tonight, because I didn't have a chance to actually. Tomorrow night is all about this. And it's not just about foam. I'm going to blow your mind, because not only can you use these to cut directly into your die cut, you can also use these to make freestanding shaker cards or shaker parts that you can use to add to your cards, or shaker parts you could use for a mixed media product. A mixed media or altered art product or project. I can't wait to show you these guys, because they're just incredible. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to brag about something that I thought of. I want to be a humble person, but this generally has made my life so much easier, and I'm so much happier about making shaker cards, and they are so super fast. And I can't wait to show you what else they do other than just cut foam to make your card easier and faster. We can make triple shaker cards. And what I mean by that is, it's been 1.5 years. I decided to make this product a 1.5 years ago, when I made my daughter a birthday card. So this, I'm just going to simply explain it to you quickly. So what I did is I made her a birthday card, and it was a slimline card. Let me use this one, for example. And so here's one, I cut one shaker window here, and then I cut another shaker window here. So 2 shaker windows, okay? Then so just pretend these are the 2 shaker windows that I put in her card, okay? Then I made a freestanding shaker element, and I was able to overlap let me put it like this. I was able to overlap the shakers, so it made a two-dimensional shaker card. And that's pretty much where this idea came into play, other than cutting your foam. So these two were actually cut into the card, and this was a freestanding shaker element that I balanced on top of the card in between. I'm gonna be honest. It's a super cute card. And my daughter was like, Mom, thank you. Because sometimes I've given her cards in the past, and then I'm like, can I borrow that card for like a show? She told me no. Nope, you're not getting this one back. It's mine. So that's a whole new thing that we released yesterday. And they're called Connected Circles Shaker Creator Dies. Because it's not just about the foam. I'm putting this on. It's not just about the foam. It's about what else you can do with them. And tonight is just the preview of the release. But I promise you, tomorrow I will be showing you some extremely fun things with these connected circle shaker creator dies. I did put them in a bundle. Okay. So make it again for Creativation. Oh, I will. This will be for Creativation for sure. So I have a whole project created for Creativation. So do you want me to tell you what it is? I'm gonna tell you a secret. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mobile, a baby mobile that would hang like, but it's not gonna be a mobile. It's kind of gonna be more like a just a decoration, but kind of like a mobile where things hang down. And I'm going to make individual shaker elements that hang down from this mobile as a display for Creativation. And you guys are going to get to watch me make it, because every time I work on it, I'm going to go live. So I just wanted you to feel like part of Creativation. It is so super fun. Yes, you will see it tomorrow in action. So guys, these are the Connected Circle Shaker Creator Dies. Okay. And there are 5 of them. And I know you might think, Nicole, this is huge. Just wait till you see what I do with it. It's awesome, if I say so myself. So anyway, real quick, look at this birthday card that my design team member Bonnie sent. Isn't this gorgeous for my birthday? So super sweet. Okay, now my computer looks like it's going to die. So let me show you our sequence for this month. So we have, all of this month are embellishment jars. Embellishment jars are 1 ounce of mixtures of clay, sequins, and stuff. And they retail for $6.99. Okay. And they come in a jar. And then here we have a new shaker garnish mix. So this shaker garnish mix is meant for spring. It is absolutely gorgeous. A whole bunch of design team members use this. Shaker garnish can be used alone without any type of product added to it. If you see this, do you see this is the white shaker garnish? And then I use just a little bit of one of our other Sequence Plus mixes in it. But what's great about shaker garnish is it stretches your more expensive mixes, and it really helps it, stretch. This screams Easter grass to me, or summer, because it's just, the mix is just beautiful. And you get this whole entire jar, and this is a 4 ounce jar. Okay, 4 ounce. Oh gosh, I don't know if it's $5.99 or $4.99, but it's cheap. And this added to your more expensive stuff really helps stuff stretch. Okay, then we have 4 embellishment jars. This is called Hop. So it's what it has in it. It's kind of like an Eastery one. So inside of it, I kind of went crazy this month with the mixes. So inside of it, it will have purple sequence flowers, purple butterflies, like a fuchsia purple sequence. It has Easter eggs, clay Easter eggs in it. And it has my favorite little cupped flowers. We have these in white and purple, and white and pink. Here are some purple ones. Plus, there are 2 sizes of no hole white pearls. So this is called Hop, Hop, and it's a embellishment jar that retails for $6.99, and it's 1 full ounce. Then we have, I love this one. This is called Diva Hearts. And the reason why I like this one so much is I love clay hearts. They're just something I really, really enjoy. This is a hot pink, a pale pink, and black hearts, but they also have diamonds in them. So I put the clear diamonds in this mix, as well as iridescent clear sequins in 3 and 4 millimeters. This is just screaming little girl's birthday. Or, I know Valentine's Day is past. We always think about hearts on Valentine's Day, but I'm going to be honest, I love hearts. I think they're just such a great design element. This birthday card, this spring, it's pink, right? Or you could pick out the hearts and use them for different things. So this is called Diva Hearts. Obviously Diva because I put diamonds in it, right? So that's Diva Hearts. Then we have Chicks in the Grass. Okay, I love this one. This is because my favorite color is green, and then one of my second favorite colors is yellow. So in here, let me get enough. So in here, you have little baby chick clay pieces. So there's the baby chick. You see the baby chick? Okay. And then you have yellow, 4 millimeter yellow, I would say 5 millimeter green. This is my favorite green sequence, and I say that because it's translucent. If you can see it, it's translucent, as well as some of the yellow ones in here are translucent. They're also metallic, but they also have, I feel like, the whole kitchen sink in here. And then there's some white shaker garnish, and there's also some of the sprinkle, like Jimmy candy looking things. It's a really good, fun spring Easterish mix. And then the very last thing I have to show you tonight is Spring Hearts. Again, this one came out really good. I really, really, really like this one. And the reason why is because the green, orange, and white hearts, aren't they pretty? They just look so nice together. That baby green and that baby orange. I say baby. When I say baby green, I mean like pale green. And it's a really pale orange with white hearts. And then I put in these 6 millimeter iridescent clear sequins. And it just, the small hearts against the large clear sequins is just such a great combination. Baby shower. If you go into a baby shower and you don't know what the gender is, this would be a great one. Because, orange and green, it could be for boy or girl, right? Oh, the Diva would be good if it's a girl baby shower. Ooh. Or what about a new fur baby? Someone has a new fur baby that's a girl. Wouldn't that be cute for that? That would be so cute. And then you could do this if it was a fur baby boy. If you wanted to, you could pick out the orange. But I would give this to a boy, pink and orange, definitely. Okay, friends. So that's it for tonight. I think I've shown everything. I hope everybody saw something that they like. I will be back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock to talk all about the Shaker Creator dies. And I'm sure I'll have to throw something else in to the mix to talk about as well. But I appreciate you hanging around with me for 1 hour and almost 14 minutes. I hope you guys have a great day. If I do not see you before Easter, I hope you have a great Easter and have a wonderful evening. And guys, by the way, if you ever place 2 orders, you can always email us and tell us you placed 2 separate orders, and we can combine that order for you and refund one of the shipping fees. Okay? All right. Well, thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye, guys.